So let's go through this again. Okay, so what does the A do to the graph?
That's your amplitude.
That's my amplitude, okay? And amplitude again is what? The distance from the midline. That's the distance from the midline, right? That's your amplitude, okay? What does B help us find? The period on the graph. Now it isn't exactly the period, but we calculate the period by taking 360 degrees over that B value, or if we're using radian measure, we take 2 pi over the B value. Okay? So that's where that B value helps. What does this C value do?
Is it up or down?
Left and right. That's right.
Okay.
We call that a phase shift. So it moves it left or right, okay? And then the D value is what then? Pardon me?
Up or
Yeah.
down? Change it.
Okay, so that's your vertical shift, right? And yes, Y equals D is your midline. That basically covers everything. We don't need to know any more than that. Okay? That's all the information that we need out of this particular section for this course. Okay? Now, I told you yesterday, this is great. The problem that you're going to find, it's not necessarily a problem, but your calculator is going to give you
So you just have to factor B out of that.
the equation in there and then factor your B out of there. All right? But in this course, you write it out exactly as you see it. And don't change it. Just leave it. Okay? So just put it in there as you see it. So let's start by going on page 220 now. And let's use our regression on our calculator to do this. Okay, so let's punch that into our calculator here. Calculator's out.
Oh boy. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so you're following the days. 1, 4, 7, 10, 13, 16, 19, 22, 25, yeah, 28, 31, 34. I don't put 37 in. 40, 43, 46, 49, 52, 55, 58. So I should have 20 in there, right?
Heck yeah.
Okay, so let's do the line 2 together. So 47.3, 56.5, 57, 51.4, 36.8, 48.1, 13.1, 17.9, 31.2, 45.4, 55.4, 57.5, 39, 22.8, 13.6, 16.8, 29.1, 43.4, 54.2. Okay, before you click off of there, make sure that you have the same number in the line 1 as you do in the line 2. That's the first thing that you should check for. Okay? Okay? Nope. No. Okay? So now, second function quit. Then you go into stat again, calculate, and this time you're looking for the last one. So just go up to sine regression. And again, do your line 1s and your line 2s. your bars for y equals.
She's loaded. Oh, it's really loaded.
All right, so this is what I have.
The very last Monday. Don't put 37 in.
Date.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You can't anymore because it's a firehouse or something different before you get.
All right. That's what I have as my equation. Okay? So again, I got to go into y equals. My stat plot wasn't on, so I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to make sure I don't have anything in y2 or y3. And then the next thing I'm going to do is zoom stat. Nope, you don't have to press graph first. All right, you're going to run into a problem here. Okay, do we see an issue? I have a straight line and my dots are all over the place. You see that?
Yeah.
Anybody else have that problem?
Yes.
Okay, so again, this is another important thing that you need to know. So
Mine's wiggly.
pay attention. Okay, you're good. Okay. Are we listening?
Yeah.
Write this down so you know how to fix this. Your mode has to be in radians now when you're using regression. Now you have to be careful with this because if you're dropping not using regression and you're using degrees, then it has to be in degrees. Okay, so there's going to be some filling back and forth. So go to mode, hit radian, and then hit zoom 9 again, which is zoom stat.
That's wiggly now.
If we all radian is squiggly, are we good?
Yes.
Okay.
Does everybody following what happened there?
Yep.
Okay. Now, let's first find out what day 37 was. So I want to find out what day 37 was.
53.06.
Okay? So I have day 37 would have been 53.064. Like that? Okay? Let's find out what day 61 was.
58.93.
Day 61. Questions?
No.
Okay. So make sure that on your cheat sheet that when you're using the sine regression that you have it in radians. You will have to change it out of radians if you're graphing y equals sine and you're typing in the equation itself.
If,
You have to change it to degrees. Actually, I shouldn't say that. You can put it in radians, but if the question's given to you in degrees, you need to switch it out.
so what if we forget how to do it, like, we forget to switch it back to degrees when we are just doing normal calculations?
You won't get a sine graph. It'll look like a straight
No, like,
line
I mean,
again.
just like normal calculations.
I know that. I'm telling you. Then you have like sine, cosine, tan.
Yeah.
Then you have problems. It won't work. You get the wrong answer. That's right. Okay, I understand your question. Okay? All right. Questions? That's all there was in 8.5. So basically what I'm saying to you now is you have all the information that you need. You've got today, tomorrow, and Friday to work on all of that information. Okay? We'll finish it up. We'll review. We'll likely test Thursday next week and get this whole thing finished with. Yes.
I might not be here tomorrow. I have an appointment in Malcolm, but I don't know what time it is. 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm
All right.
doing-
Everybody else okay?
Oh, thank you.
All right. Any questions? Any questions pertaining to the last 2 days' work?